You need to watch this if you think surveillance is just about safety. We're told that the ever-watchful eye of technology is there to protect us, a silent guardian in an uncertain world. But that's only a fraction of the story. The rapid expansion of AI-powered surveillance isn't just a response to a need for security, it's the product of a powerful and often hidden set of economic and political incentives. What's unfolding in our streets, our workplaces, and even our schools is a quiet revolution. One that's reshaping our relationship with privacy, power, and control. To understand what's truly at stake, we have to look past the polished marketing and examine the machinery working just beneath the surface. Here's the messy truth. The story of modern surveillance begins not just with the camera, but with the data. For decades, CCTV was a passive tool. It recorded, and a human had to watch. It was expensive, inefficient, and limited. But two things changed everything: the internet and the rise of the data economy. As cameras became digital and connected, they transformed from simple recording devices into network sensors. Simultaneously, the tech industry discovered that data about our clicks, our purchases, our movements was the 21st century's most valuable commodity. The business model of the internet became surveillance capitalism. It was only a matter of time before this model was applied to the physical world. This brings us to the core incentives driving the industry today. Tech companies sell cameras, of course. The hardware itself is a profitable market. But the real long-term value isn't in the plastic and silicon. They also sell AI that promises safety. This is the software layer, often sold as a subscription service. It's the brain that analyzes the video feed, identifying faces, tracking movement, detecting anomalies. This creates a recurring revenue stream, far more lucrative than a one-time hardware sale. It locks customers into a vendor's ecosystem, dependent on their proprietary algorithms and updates. But what they really sell is data and control. Every second of footage, every person identified, every pattern detected, it's all data. This data is used to train and improve the AI, making it more powerful and more valuable. In some cases, this anonymized or aggregated data can be sold to third parties, creating yet another revenue stream. It's a treasure trove of behavioral data, offering unprecedented insights into how populations move, interact, and live. This powerful combination of hardware, software, and data is incredibly appealing to a key customer, the government. For public agencies, AI surveillance offers the promise of radical efficiency. Instead of needing hundreds of officers to monitor feeds, one algorithm can watch thousands of cameras simultaneously, flagging events of interest automatically. Procurement processes often favor these all-in-one tech solutions. It's easier to sign a single, multi-year contract with a large vendor than to piece together a system from multiple sources. These contracts are often opaque, locking municipalities into expensive systems with little public oversight. And because the technology evolves so quickly, policy and regulation almost always lag behind. By the time lawmakers begin to ask questions, the systems are already deeply entrenched. This alignment of corporate profit motives and government desire for efficiency creates a powerful feedback loop. It starts with more cameras. The more sensors you have, the more ground you can cover. This generates a demand for more AI to process the flood of new video. The AI, in turn, produces more data, more patterns, more classifications, more insights. And this data translates into more influence. The company's algorithms become more valuable, and the agency's ability to monitor and control its environment grows. Each step reinforces the next, driving relentless expansion, and so, these systems are pushed into places they shouldn't be. In schools, they're sold as a tool to prevent violence, but they end up monitoring student behavior, tracking attendance, and creating a climate of distrust. In our neighborhoods, they promise to deter crime, but they can also be used to monitor community organizing or peaceful protests. On public transit, they're meant to ensure safety, but they track the daily movements of millions, creating a detailed log of our lives. The incentives push for expansion, while the public debate sleeps. This expansion is not without significant risk. AI systems are trained on data, and if that data reflects societal biases, the AI will inherit and amplify them. Studies have repeatedly shown that facial recognition systems have higher error rates for women and people of color, leading to a greater risk of false positives and wrongful accusations for already over-policed communities. Then there's the problem of mission creep. A system installed for one purpose like monitoring traffic, can easily be repurposed for another, such as issuing fines or tracking individuals, often without public knowledge or consent. The mere presence of pervasive surveillance can also create a chilling effect, discouraging people from exercising their rights to free speech and assembly for fear of being monitored and logged. And finally, the vast databases of sensitive information these systems create are prime targets for data breaches, putting everyone's privacy at risk. Of course, there are counter-arguments. Proponents will fairly point to genuine safety wins. Surveillance networks have been instrumental in finding missing persons, particularly vulnerable children and adults. They can provide crucial evidence to solve violent crimes, bringing justice to victims. In managing city infrastructure, AI analytics can optimize traffic flow, detect accidents in real time, and monitor the structural health of bridges and tunnels, potentially saving lives. These benefits are real, but they don't exist in a vacuum. The question isn't whether this technology can do good, but whether the way it's being deployed, driven by profit and a thirst for data, is creating a society we want to live in. The benefits must be weighed against the erosion of privacy, the potential for error and bias, and the creation of a permanent infrastructure of control. The result of this unchecked cycle is the normalization of surveillance, baked into the background of everyday life, often without our meaningful consent or any real transparency. So what is the fix? It isn't a simple choice between a total ban and unregulated adoption. The solution lies in fundamentally changing the incentives. We need clear, robust laws that define exactly what these technologies can and cannot be used for. These laws must be written ahead of the technology, not years after it's already been deployed. We need strict limits on data use, collection, and retention. Principles like data minimization, collecting only what is absolutely necessary for a specific, stated purpose, should be the default. Data should have an expiration date, with requirements for automatic deletion after a short period, unless it's part of an active investigation. And we need real accountability. This means independent public audits of how these systems are used and how effective they truly are. It means transparency in government contracts with surveillance vendors, companies and agencies that misuse data or deploy biased systems must face meaningful consequences. This is where the conversation must shift. We need to demand audits of the systems already in place. We must fight the opaque contracts that prevent public scrutiny. And most importantly, we must engage in an informed public debate and vote for policies and representatives that prioritize our fundamental rights over corporate profit and unchecked state power. The future of privacy is not yet written. It will be determined by the choices we make and the standards we demand today.